My fault, y'all. Had to do a part 2. I have family at home here. I'm at home with my family. Sorry, I should have said it like that. But we only got a little more to talk about anyway, so let's get into it. So after, the whole tension with Marty and everything, the episode sags a bit before its explosive finale. There's a thin fight between Charlotte and Jonah, but the important thing that comes out of it is that they'd stick together if something happened to them. Like, they're still really good siblings. They still love each other. What's going on, Chippy? But yeah, they could move to the Pacific Northwest and get new names. We're always going to be fine, Charlotte says. It feels like this could be a preview of the end. Wendy and Marty dead, Charlotte and Jonah starting a new life, and obviously there's only 7 more episodes to the show, so it's not like they could really make that a whole big thing. But I think it'd be cool for like a spinoff of some sort of that. That'd be cool to me. So Marty is taken to the meeting while Wyatt and Darlene are getting married. Unions are forming, but we know they can't last. Javi meets with the FBI at the funeral home the birds own. They agree to meet at like a business, like one of their businesses, which the FBI does not want to do because they know the birds are kind of involved with everything. But yeah, they succumb to it. They allow themselves to kind of put their pride aside because they got a deal on their hands, They offer him a position as the inside man to run the cartel without fear of prosecution for a decade, which is insane, but Javi is dumb enough to probably take that deal. Anyone learns about it, and the FBI takes him down. Javi accepts, but doesn't know that Omar gave him up, obviously. I mean, how would he have known? The birds held that information back, and it could be currency in the future. They tell Javi, and he targets Omar and his family. Like, yeah, you can't tell him about that, obviously. He's a fucking... This guy's insane. Like, he'll do anything. Okay, there goes my dog. Before the violent end, some potentially important final beats include Jonah basically moving into the Lazy O for good, and Mel calling Maya, forming a possible outsider alliance of people who know more than they probably should. And then it happens. Javi suddenly has a gun on Darlene and Wyatt in the Snell house, which is fucking crazy. Darlene tries to apologize and gets a bullet in the chest, followed by one in the forehead for Wyatt. This dude didn't even know who the fuck Wyatt was and still shot him. This is, it's insane. You feel so bad for Ruth. And the bodies are left there for Ruth to find, obviously. Poor Ruth, man. The sound drops out as she peels down the driveway in a rageful mess. I love how they do the sound and the score and all sorts of shit towards the end of the show here. She naturally thinks Frank Jr. did it first, but he swears to God that he didn't. I mean, he didn't do it. Like, why would he have done that literally the day that she told him about this, to, like, not kill them? She turns around and goes to the birds, shotgun in hand, screaming for answers, which is one of the most effective. It's literally like the crawl space Breaking Bad of this show. It really is. I don't know. I guess I compare this show to Breaking Bad a little too much. Yeah. Jonah has them. I mean, his name is Javi Elizondo, and he works for the FBI now, which is fucking stupid. I don't know why he told her that. Yeah, that was stupid. And Ruth is going to fucking kill him. Like, why would Jonah tell her that? I guess he didn't know about the whole FBI deal. That's one hell of a season finale, man. I mean, the mid-season finale. The deaths of 2 major characters, the disposal of another in prison, and a massive shift in the power structure of the show. Keep in mind, Javi now has the weight of the FBI behind him. They will protect him from prosecution, which allows him to be even more reckless. He can do whatever the fuck he wants damn near. But Ruth will not walk away from this one. Her cousin, that's the last straw of it all. I mean, it feels like she suffered so much loss over the 3.5 season run of this show that the death of Wyatt is her breaking point. I mean, really. It's hard to imagine the show ending without her killing Javi unless someone beats her to it. Which, who the fuck would? I don't know. The question is, what happens between Ruth and Marty? They've been the core of the show. I mean, will the final episodes unite them in a common enemy or force them to opposite sides? Sorry about my dog, but yeah. That's the end of my review. I gotta go eat lunch, and then I'm probably gonna shoot my Asteroid City video. Really excited to talk about that movie, by the way. Super interesting stuff from Wes Anderson. A stacked cast. You guys don't want to miss that movie review. It just came out this year. I saw trailers of it before. Really interested in it. Saw it, but yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show just as much as I did. Again, this is kind of like spoiler reviews and stuff. If you want to watch along, you can. If you're just starting the show, obviously it's a little late, given that I'm halfway through the final season of the show, but yeah.